Good evening, everyone. It is Thursday evening, December 2nd. I wish everyone a Freilich Hanukkah. And we have in our midst an unseasonably warm air mass that has overtaken the Midwest. In fact, this originated as a dome of heat over in the Pacific Northwest. Temperatures even rose into the low 70s in Canada. They are even comparing this to that historical heat wave back in June, just it's the month of December, and many record highs were broken. And on the topic of records, Phoenix, Arizona broke a record for November. We're at 25 days, I think, had temperatures over 80 degrees. 22 consecutive days had high temperatures over 80 degrees. That's certainly not something that one could expect in Phoenix. We do have that dome of heat in the Pacific Northwest that has moved eastward. That ridge of high pressure has moved eastward over the past couple of days. The European computer model actually put the St. Louis area on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of extreme weather events. The St. Louis area was at an 8.5 for Wednesday and Thursday. So you're wondering what type of extreme weather event could possibly be happening. Usually an extreme weather event means that like something dangerous is going to be happening, maybe severe storms or tornadoes. But this time of the year, an extreme weather event has high temperatures in the low 70s for St. Louis. That is actually very enjoyable weather. That's what the computer model puts St. Louis as. And temperatures did go into the low 70s. We saw highs at least 71 degrees there today. In fact, temperatures are going to rise probably to 70 degrees there again tomorrow, or at least 69 degrees. The Chicago area saw unseasonably mild temperatures, at least into the upper 50s, possibly even warmer. A number of cities broke records. Temperatures even hit 78 degrees, not too far from Billings, Montana. And this is really just phenomenal warmth. What's also interesting is that many articles that speak about this warmth are no longer putting man-made climate change as the main reason. They're putting that in at the end for whatever reason. The main reason is because of the weather patterns. That's the main reason. They were not saying that 6 months ago, but now that is being acknowledged finally. We're going to see a cold front that moves across the area this evening into tonight. That cold front is associated with a strong low-pressure system in southern Canada of 29.2. That's going to continue to strengthen to 29.0 as it moves east. Along that front, we have a moisture that's coming in actually off the Gulf of Mexico, or, that's the front for Sunday. But on that front, we do have moisture. Precipitation is likely to fall. Light precipitation, especially after midnight here in the Chicago area. Precipitation will be falling as rain, possibly light snow, especially over Waukegan and areas north of Evanston. There could even be some slushy accumulations, especially as you head into Wisconsin. North Indiana will see some precipitation by tomorrow morning. Temperatures will be significantly cooler tomorrow, but still well above normal, as high temperatures range from the mid-40s to the low 50s in Chicago. Temperatures will get colder on Shabbos, but still above normal with high temperatures in the low 40s. Now, that cool air is a result of a Canadian high-pressure system moving out of Canada. It's actually going to head over to the New England area by later on Saturday, putting places like Missouri under a south flow already, and even Chicago will be benefiting from the warmer air, the south flow that's going to be moving through our area on Sunday. We're going to see temperatures rise into the upper 40s. But along that front, we're going to be around that front for all day Sunday. We're going to see rain. It's actually a strong storm system. It's moving across the upper Midwest on Sunday. Snow, heavy snow on the backside of the storm system. This heavy snow is probably going to go even further north and west than Minneapolis. You probably have to get into the southern Canada area until you hit the storm's bullseye, which these types of Midwest storms, usually 6 to 12 inches is what I would think. Some locally maybe higher amounts. We have the Gulf moisture. We have the Arctic high pressure system, which we are certainly going to feel, not on Sunday, but maybe Sunday night. That's the it's a strong cold front, and we're going to have rain. There are lots of rain. Dew points in the St. Louis area rising into the 50s. That's the 95th percentile of humidity for this time of the year, possibly even higher than that. And the warmest dew point, highest dew point ever on record for the day, December 4th, is 61 degrees in St. Louis. We'll see what happens if it's going to be able to beat that on this Sunday. The colder air comes in Sunday night with strong winds, but it reaches its peak Monday night as temperatures drop into the teens across the Chicago area, 14 to 18 degrees. Aurora, Illinois usually gets colder than that. Northern Indiana as well, temperatures will be dropping into the teens, and we have a brief dry period. That's Monday and Tuesday. Now, Monday and Monday night. Now we go ahead and talk about the most exciting part of this weather forecast, and that is Tuesday's system. Now, if you want to keep it really exciting, so the best thing to do is just to figure out the information by not looking at a weather map, but figure it out by calling different weather lines and seeing what they're forecasting and watching the things change and everything like that. Because once you do it that way, you really leave a lot of room for the imagination to go into complete fantasy land. There's no difference between what's happening now in the terms of the way things are being worded in that style of gathering information than a regular strong storm system like a panhandle hook, which would collide with copious amounts of Gulf moisture, an Arctic high pressure system on the back, and deep low pressure. Those are the three ingredients needed to bring a major winter storm here in the Midwest, which is defined as 6 or more inches of snow. But again, usually these systems produce at least 6 to 12 inches at the bullseye, unless the snow is going to be a wetter snow than usual, or temperatures above 32 for part of the storm. So the most exciting thing, if a person doesn't have the access to figure out all the information they need, they might be a lot more excited about this storm. But when you do look into it, there still is room for excitement. People should certainly have, weather enthusiasts out there should make sure that their weather radios are on the alert status, on the alert. They should be on already from Saturday night. Realize the National Weather Service has the ability to issue a watch or warning 48 hours in advance. So if this thing is expected to happen Tuesday, maybe Tuesday night, well, maybe it's going to come early, like Monday night, although the chances are if it does come at the wrong time, it's going to end up coming later. But we don't work with chances. If you want weather excitement for a weather enthusiast, have those weather radios on. Use the radios that have the SOS alarms, super loud alarm systems. They even sell bright lights that you could plug into the radio, which will have blinking lights. And if anybody needs a weather radio and they know me, they could ask me. I could send you one. And keep as many on as you can, and that will ultimately add on to all of the excitement. Because when all is said and done, what happens if the storm never happens? Well, at least there was still excitement anyways. But let's talk about what's actually going to be happening as of now for Tuesday into Tuesday night. We have a low pressure system, a strong storm system with an atmospheric river again moving into the Northwest Pacific. And, the first storm on Sunday is coming from the Gulf of Alaska. This one, I'm not sure if it's coming from the Gulf of Alaska, but it's going to move on to the Northwest Pacific, bring continuous precipitation over there. The system, as usual, falls apart as it moves over over the Rockies. It's redeveloping, and early indications are that it's going to be developing over in southern Colorado. There's no reason to say that this is a panhandle hook as of yet. We're not going to jump that far yet. It's southern Colorado. It will collide with Gulf moisture. Now, if it would be taking that dip into the Texas Panhandle, it has more time to collide with Gulf moisture, and that would be more of a significant storm. But it's going to go through southern Colorado and then move east. Now, there's actually another low-pressure system also, which will be developing really further south. That one's going to also head east into the southeast states of the United States midweek. That one's going to move over to the mid-Atlantic area than off out to sea. It's probably not going to affect the Northeast as well, although there could be some snow just east of the Appalachian Mountains midweek. Going back to the system here in the Midwest, that system develops probably right over the southern Colorado area, and it is going to be, there's a chance that Chicago is going to be in the bullseye of the system. We have the European computer model and the GFS model. One model has the system taking a southern storm track. Another model has the heaviest snow falling over Iowa, probably also northern Illinois and northern Indiana, but those snow chances are slightly less today than otherwise than what they were earlier. And there's a lot going on in this room, so it's but this weather podcast is going to have to continue anyways. Or maybe not. After that, we do have another weather system that's going to be moving through our area on Thursday with possibly more precipitation. But the main one, the one that has the most potential, is the one that's going to be happening on Tuesday. And that's one that people could get very excited about. And especially since it's a winter storm, it's something that you'll hear the sirens go off of those radios. And do not use, weather enthusiasts should not use that same technology, the SAM, which only makes it that the radio will only sound a siren if it's in your local area. Don't use that. You want as much excitement as possible. You want it to be any part of the metro area, you'll hear about it. Besides, it all has a ripple effect. We are all affected by things. Could also be misforecasted, so something which is forecasted to happen in the southern portions might actually be happening further north. All right. Anyways, I wish everybody Freilich Hanukkah, have a good night, and enjoy the weekend and the anticipation of this upcoming system, specifically Tuesday night. That system, maybe it's going to be turning into Wednesday as well.